Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan. Good evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi flags off world's longest river cruise, Ganga Vilas. Nagaland Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board launches Media Fellowship 2023. Budget session of Parliament commences from 31st of January. PM holds meeting with economists. And Nagaland Chief Secretary J. Alam inaugurates Boeing's CSR projects in the state. Now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today flagged off the world's longest river cruise MV Ganga Vilas at Varanasi via video conferencing. He also inaugurated and laid the foundation stones for several other inland waterway projects worth more than 1,000 crore rupees. Speaking on the occasion, Prime Minister said that India has great potential in waterways transport since the country has more than 125 rivers and it is also a cheap mode of transportation. He said that development works being done in waterways by the government will increase transport, trade and tourism. Modi said it will help in making eastern part as growth engine of the country. Prime Minister highlighted that the journey of MV Ganga Vilas is not a simple event, as this journey is an example of the development in inland waterways system of the country. Modi said that cruise tourism and heritage tourism is starting in the country at a time when India is attracting people from all over the world. AIR correspondent reports that MV Ganga Vilas will begin its journey from Varanasi today and travel around 3,200 kilometers in 51 days to reach Dibrugarh in Assam via Bangladesh, sailing across 27 river systems in India and Bangladesh. Nagaland Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board NBO-CWWB today launched the Media Fellowship 2023 at the DIPR Conference Hall, Kohima. The board chairman Dr. Kekre Yome said after the successful culmination of the first media fellowship, which showcased the plight of construction workers, the board decided to award the fellowship to DIPR and the Kohima Press Club. Yome said DIPR will initiate the production of 2 documentaries on immigrant workers engaged in Nagaland in the building and construction sectors and internal migration within Nagaland amongst Nagas in the search for livelihood through the building and construction sectors. He also said that KPC will initiate fellows and awards in 3 categories: feature writing, photojournalism and video journalism. NBO-CWWB also signed a contract agreement with DIPR and KPC. The budget session of Parliament commences from 31st of January and the Union budget is likely to be presented on 1st of February. The session will start with an address by President Draupadi Murmu to the joint sitting of both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The economic survey will also be tabled in both houses of Parliament the first day of the session. The budget session, which will continue till 6th of April this year and have 27 sittings spread over 66 days. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi said it will have recess from 14th February to 12th March to enable the department-related parliamentary standing committees to examine the demands for grants and make reports relating to their ministries and departments. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today held a meeting with economists at Niti Aayog in New Delhi. Sources said during the meeting, Modi sought their opinions and suggestions ahead of the Union budget. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, Vice Chairperson Niti Aayog, Suman Berry, among others, were present in the meeting. Nagaland Chief Secretary J. Alam yesterday inaugurated the projects supported by Boeing as part of its corporate social responsibility initiatives. The initiatives consist of Unnati Skills Center Kohima UNXT program for Nagaland, Innovation Studio and Solar Power Backup for Examination Cell for 10 government colleges in Nagaland. Speaking at the inaugural function held at the State Capitol Secretariat Conference Hall, Alam said partnership with Boeing will help the people of Nagaland to progress further. Referring to the Unnati skill innovation, the Chief Secretary said young people in Nagaland are enthusiastic to learn, and given the platform, they would perform positively. He said this kind of skill innovation opportunities should be provided to the younger generation. Joint Secretary IDAN Rennie Wilfred said the Unnati training will be for 35 days with 100% job placement, and the courses offered are GST, spoken English, computer skills, life skills, hygiene, counseling and confidence building in the community. He also thanked Bravina Yagnampad, Chief of Staff and BGE lead, Boeing International, for proposing to set up a youth empowerment center in Nagaland. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Bogobudo subdivision today held a coordination meeting at the Additional Deputy Commissioner's office in view of the upcoming general election to the Nagaland Legislative Assembly. In a meeting, ADC and District Election Officer Tia Meron urged all citizens under Bogobudo subdivision to cooperate with the government officials and security forces for successful conduct of the upcoming general election 2023. STP of Bogobudo Hangkyumong NPS informed that 6 companies of the paramilitary will be stationed in Bogobudo for the smooth conduct of the election. STO Civil and Returning Officer Bogobudo R. Daniel Angami spoke on the requisition of the vehicle and informed the public to deposit arms to the authority. Nagaland Deputy Speaker T. Yangseo Sanctum graced the valedictory function of Yimkyong Akeru Arihako YAA 57th General Conference at Bungro Town yesterday. Speaking at the function, T. Yangseo advocated for brotherhood and solidarity to grow stronger in the future. He asserted that students should cultivate a clean mindset and have a habit of helping one another. The conference was attended by delegates from all the villages under Yimkyong jurisdiction. In view of the forthcoming Republic Day celebration, all heads of departments under Beren district today held a meeting at the DC's conference hall. The meeting, held under chairmanship of STO Civil Kelevitio Nisa, discussed work distribution among various departments for successful conduct of the Republic Day celebration. The House also decided to conduct a mass social work on 24th January from 11 a.m. onwards at district headquarters, Beren. In Zemenu, the District Planning and Development Board, in its meeting today, discussed celebration of the Republic Day. The meeting, chaired by Deputy Commissioner Dr. Zase Kolye Chusi, discussed work distribution among various departments under Zemenu district for the Republic Day. Union Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia has urged the officials to prepare a roadmap towards elimination of lymphatic filariasis by 2027, 3 years ahead of global target for eliminating this disease. Lymphatic filariasis is spread by infected mosquitoes and commonly known as elephantiasis. Dr. Mandavia said this while inaugurating the National Symposium on India's roadmap to eliminate lymphatic filariasis in New Delhi today. He also called for eliminating the disease through people participation. The minister said India is committed to eliminate lymphatic filariasis disease with enhanced strategy. FIH Hockey Men's World Cup kick-started today in Odisha. The matches are being played in the iconic Kalinga Stadium in the capital Bhubaneswar and the newly built state-of-the-art hockey stadium in Rourkela. The 16 participating teams, including India, have been divided into 4 pools with 4 teams each. In the first pool match of the tournament, Australia beat France by 8-0. India is taking on Spain at 7 p.m. at Birsa Munda Hockey Stadium in Rourkela. England is taking on Wales at the same stadium. Earlier, Argentina defeated South Africa 1-0. And now, 20 news, here are the main points again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi flags off world's longest river cruise, Ganga Vilas. Nagaland Building and Other Construction Workers Welfare Board launches Media Fellowship 2023. Budget session of Parliament commences from 31st of January. PM holds meeting with economists. And Nagaland Chief Secretary J. Alam inaugurates Boeing CSR projects in the state. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.